They say the world feels different when you're alone, less noisy, yet somehow louder in all the right places. I didn't believe that before. I used to think that going out alone meant something was wrong with me, or that someone failed to show up. But then I realized I was the someone I'd been waiting for. Dear Digital Diary, today I took myself out. Hi, I'm Shanaia. So today you're coming with me into the quiet magic of exploring life on your own. I started in Eastwood, a place I barely knew, and walking alone in an unfamiliar spot felt like stepping into the first page of a new chapter. We worry people stare when we're alone, but the truth, everyone is too busy with their own mini crisis to notice ours. I couldn't help but wonder, was it the city that felt big, or was it me finally taking up space? Then, I took myself out on a date, a real one, the kind I used to wait for someone to plan for me. I dressed up like a princess because why not? Why do we only dress up when someone's watching? God forbid a woman chooses herself without waiting for a permission. I took my own pictures. I didn't rush. I didn't shrink myself to take up less space. And in that moment, I realized I was enjoying my own company. If you're scared to eat alone, choose a cafe that feels safe, warm, or beautiful. Beauty makes bravery easier. Alone, the cafe felt different. Softer, like it didn't demand anything from me. I could sit, think, stare at the ceiling if I wanted. And sitting there, I realized maybe being alone doesn't make you lonely. Maybe it makes you finally pay attention. Intramuros was a dream. Walking through stories older than me, it made my own worries feel small. I took photo booth pictures alone, no one beside me, but somehow, that strip of photos felt like proof that I was there. Fully present. Fully me. Solo memories hit different. You remember every detail because there's no one else to focus on but the world itself. Try taking yourself on a historical date. There's something grounding about hearing old stories when you're writing your own. As I kept walking, I started talking to myself, not out loud, but in that soft inner voice that only appears when the world around you feels like a movie set. Every corner of Intramuros felt like a metaphor. Old walls that survived everything, torched histories, stories that refused to disappear. And I couldn't help but wonder, if these walls can stand alone for centuries, why am I so scared to spend an afternoon by myself? The museum reminded me that silence is not awkward. Silence is intimate. Juan Luna's work almost whispered, and for a moment, I felt like the art was looking back at me. Maybe that's what solitude really is, staring at life long enough to finally see yourself. Go to a museum alone once in your life. You'll hear things you cannot hear when someone is beside you. The moment I stepped inside the museum, I felt like I was entering someone else's memories, and honestly, it was comforting. I walked slowly, slower than I ever do with anyone else, because when you're alone, you don't rush. The park was the finale. Quiet, empty, mine. For the first time in a while, I didn't feel surrounded by people. I felt surrounded by myself. And that was enough. There's something beautiful about claiming space without needing to belong to anyone in it. If your mind feels crowded, find a park and sit with your thoughts. Sometimes, peace arrives when you stop running from silence. The park felt like a soft exhale. I didn't expect it to feel that good. Like the whole world was paused just for me. And sitting there alone, I realized something I never noticed before. Silence isn't empty. It's full of tiny details we forget to appreciate. I used to think being alone outdoors was embarrassing. Like, I had to prove I wasn't lonely. But now, I think loneliness happens when you ignore yourself, not when you spend time with yourself. So, if you needed a sign, here it is. Take yourself out, fall in love with the world again. Fall in love with your own company again. Because you deserve to be the main character, even when the only person watching is you. Being alone is not a threat. It's a superpower. Table for one isn't scary. It's freedom. And freedom feels good on me. Tapping this now, I realize I was the one I was scared to meet. And now that I finally did, I think I like her.